Hey everyone, it's Dragon Age Day. So this is our the first episode of our Dragon Age playthrough, Dragon Age Inquisition, to be precise. And this won't be a blind playthrough because I've played this game before, back in I think 2016, if I'm not mistaken. And this isn't actually a live playthrough, if you're wondering. This is a recording. And also my playthrough is a recording. Like, I am just reacting to it right now because I actually played this part of the game, the beginning of the game, like last week. And let's have fun. There's this cool beginning scene that we'll see in a few seconds, like when I press the new game button. Like, I really love it. I think it's very cool and fun at the same time. Here we go. Boom. Hey, we got hit by a shield there for some reason. Yes, so we are in character creation. We can choose between different races: humans, elves. They are historically oppressed people. Sadly, we have dwarves here, and the Kunari. A very interesting race. And we've chosen the sex of our character. And in my first playthrough, I picked a rogue character. I played as a rogue archer, just because I'm into long-ranged. I don't like to be in the front and center of battle. I'm not very good at that. But this time we are going with a warrior class, weapon and shield, basically one-handed and shield instead of dual wield. I think one of the characters in this game, Iron Bull, probably is canonically sorry, not a dual wield, a two-handed type of warrior. I always go with casual just because I'm not very good at playing games. I love games, but I am not very good at games. It's just how it is. You can still love something and not be good at it. There are people, for example, who are into art, like they love collecting art, for example, but they're not good at art. Like, I can't draw, for example, but I love art. Sometimes I commission my friends to do art for me. I've done that once when I was a teen, and I want to do it again sometime in the future. Okay, so we have a human noble here, and we are the youngest child of the Trevelyan noble house, and we grew up in Ostwick, which is part of the Free Marches, and we've enjoyed a life of privilege. With close family ties to the Chantry and many relatives among the priesthood and the Templars, we were always expected to follow a similar path in service of the Maker, regardless of how we feel about religion. We're going with the default world state instead of creating our own world state. And if you want to do so, you can go to the Dragon Age Keep, which is a website where you can try to create your own world state. You can make choices that you would have been able to do if you played Origin, Dragon Age Origins, and Dragon Age 2. Okay. Okay, that is the default face. I am not very into that default face. We are going to create our character, and this, I think, probably lasted a few minutes. Let me see. I think it lasted about 15 minutes in total, more or less. And so we are just going to skip that entire thing because like nobody wants to watch someone create a character. Maybe there are some people out there who are into seeing how creative gamers can be by creating sometimes funny, silly looking characters. I've seen some silly characters being created in games like Fallout 4, and they just look so funny. But there are also characters that look very, very conventionally attractive, made by people in the Dragon Age community. And I also wanted to create something that looks cute, pretty cute. And this is what I ended up with. Okay, I think we are in the Fade. Oh my. Spiders! Run! Help me! Help me! Don't let the spiders get me. Okay. Please don't do anything. I'm innocent. Now we're in the dungeon. This is sad. Just reminds me of Oblivion. Ooh. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that green thing in my hand. Oh. Please, I'm innocent. Please don't hurt me.
Tell me why we shouldn't kill you now. The Conclave is destroyed. Everyone who attended is dead. Except for you.
I had nothing to do with it. That's horrible.
What do you mean everyone's dead?
Explain this.
Well, I'm no mage. I didn't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I don't know what that is, or how it got there.
You're lying!
We need her, Cassandra.
Okay, we can be emotional. We can be angry. We can be confused. Let's be emotional.
I can't believe it. All those people. Dead.
Do you remember what happened? How this began?
I remember... running. Things were chasing me and then... a woman?
A woman?
She reached out to me, but
Yeah,
then...
she helped us.
Go to the forward camp, Liliana. I will take her to the rift.
What did happen?
It will be easier to show you.
Okay. I'll follow you then. Ah, too bright. Okay, a massive hole in the sky.
We call it the Breach.
Oh, just
It's
breach.
a massive rift into the world of demons that grows larger with each passing hour. It's not the only such rift, just the largest. All were caused by the explosion at the Conclave.
An explosion can do that?
This one did. Unless we act, the breach may grow until it swallows the world.
Oh, okay, that's scary. Oh, it's connected to the thing in our hand, left hand.
Each time the breach expands, your mark spreads, and it is killing you. It may be the key to stopping this, but there isn't much time.
Okay, let's ask some questions. How could it stop this?
You say it may be the key. To doing what?
Closing the breach. Whether that's possible is something we shall discover shortly. It is our only chance, however. And yours.
You still think I'm guilty?
You still think I did this? To myself?
Not intentionally. Something clearly went wrong.
And if I'm not responsible?
Someone is, and you are our only suspect. You wish to prove your innocence? This is the only way.
Okay, we'll help then.
I understand.
Then
I'll do what I can. Whatever it takes.
they have decided your guilt. They need it. The people of Haven mourn our most holy, divine Justinia, head of the Chantry. The Conclave was hers. It was a chance for peace between mages and Templars.
Okay, so that's
She
what
brought
the
their
Conclave
leaders
was
together.
for.
Now they are dead. We lash out like the sky, but we must think beyond ourselves, as she did. Until the breach is sealed.
Yeah, that is true. We should be prioritizing the breach instead of
There will be a trial. I can
trying to
promise
find
no
out
more.
whether or not I'm
Come.
innocent.
It is not far.
Where are you taking me?
Okay, now we're in
Your
control.
mark must be tested on something smaller than the breach.
Okay, let me get the subtitles. I don't feel comfortable when there are no subtitles. And I feel like it's gonna help others as well who are who might enjoy the game more with subtitles like me. Okay. And look around. It's a very pretty game considering this I think it came out in 2014 or something.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me.
It's very beautiful.
As there is but one God, one life, one death. There is but one God, and He is our Maker.
Okay, so they are preaching, praying maybe.
All things in this world are finite. What one man gains, another.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that the HUD is not always there. I'm not really sure if it's gonna help or not.
Sisters do harm to their livelihood and to their peace of mind. Our Maker sees this with a
Okay, we see all these people.
Open the gate! We are heading into the valley.
Some are wounded, some are injured. They are probably in shock because of what happened. That explosion that we saw in the beginning, in the main screen of the game, when we pressed new game, the new game button, was what happened. It was the explosion in the conclave, and I just thought it was... Oh, okay. It was very cool when they did that. Like, everything was fine. The mages on the left, the Templars on the right, marching towards the this temple. And then boom, explosion.
The pulses are coming faster now. The larger the breach grows, the more rifts appear, the more demons we face.
How did I survive the blast?
They said you stepped out of a rift, then fell unconscious. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was. Everything farther in the valley was laid waste, including the Temple of Sacred Ashes. I suppose you'll see soon enough.
Okay. So the Temple of Sacred Ashes is the temple where... Oh my! No! Please. Why do we keep falling? Okay. So I think that is a demon.
Stay behind me!
Okay, okay. No, we have to defend ourselves. Yeah. Yes, finally some equipment to defend ourselves. Okay, basic attack. Okay, bear with me. I haven't really played this game in a long time. I played this once back in 2016 or 17, and it's been years.
It's over.
Oh.
Drop your weapon. Now!
Okay, just to gain your trust. But I need this.
All right. Have it your way.
Wait. I cannot protect you. And I cannot expect you to be defenseless. I should remember you agreed to come with.
Okay, very good. She's a pragmatist. Thank you. Thank you.
Take these potions. Maker knows what we will face.
For
Where are all your soldiers?
acknowledging
At the
that we
forward
need
camp
to
for
defend
fighting.
ourselves.
We are on our own for now.
We need to be able to defend ourselves, so we need a weapon and some good armor. Okay. How do we loot? Okay. Which button was it again? It's the right click button. The right mouse button. It took me a while to figure that out. Just because it's like, I haven't really played any other game. Yeah, any game other than Inquisition where you have to click the right mouse, use the right mouse button to pick up loot. It's just like, why? It's unique. I think it's unique because most of the time you'll just use like probably the left mouse click or the E button,
There!
the E
Watch
key
out!
in your
If
keyboard.
we flank them, we may gain the advantage.
Okay. Okay, that's my ability. I think it's the Warcry ability, which taunts enemies. I'm not really good at like trying to find out like which skills or abilities to use at which times, but you know, I'm trying my best. Trying my best all the time. Let's try to explore to see if there's loot lying around here. We have that one. And an elf fruit. gathering resources. It's just a tooltip that tells us that, you know, we can gather resources in the wild.
Up on the hill. It attacks from a distance.
Okay, let's try to get the lesser shade. Okay, that's hard because I'm used to being able to attack long ranged. But this one I have to, as a warrior, as a melee class, I have to really go and get close to the enemy before I get to do some damage. Yeah, that's one thing I don't really like about melee builds. It's kind of hard because I've been used to just hitting them from afar, but like I said the first time I played this, I played as an archer, and I always died.
Ah! They're falling from the breach!
Okay, so more demons and shades from the breach. Because Dragon Age Inquisition is a hard game, like it's so much harder than other games that I've played. Even if you play in casual, which is kind of like the easier story mode, you can still die a lot. As an archer, the first time I played, I died a lot. So many times, and it was so hard. Like even the tutorial area was already hard. This is why I decided to play as a warrior this time, because I just feel like they're tankier, and I might be able to keep myself alive for longer. Won't die too many times, because that would be just frustrating. Okay, we have a frozen lake here. Very pretty. Let's pick up some more loot. Dreamer rags. Okay, I think that is just a resource so we can turn in.
Close to the rift. You can hear the fighting.
Who's fighting?
You'll see soon. We must help them.
Okay, we'll help them as best as we can. Okay, we can't go this way. Oh, what are these buttons? I think I don't really use them. I'm not very good with like tactical types of games. Okay, so we have two other guys here helping us. Whoa! Look at that crossbow.
Before more come through!
Please don't touch me. Who are you? Please don't touch me.
What did you do?
I did nothing. The credit is yours.
At least this is good for something.
Whatever magic opened the breach in the sky also placed that mark upon your
How did you know?
I theorized the mark might be able to close the rifts that have opened in the breach's wake. And it seems I was correct.
Meaning
Theorized?
it could also close the breach itself.
Possibly. It seems you hold the key to our salvation.
Okay, so I'm the hero.
Good to know. Here I thought we'd be ass deep in demons forever.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Varric Tethras, rogue, storyteller, and occasionally unwelcome tag-along.
Angry face.
Are you with the Chantry, or...?
Was that a serious question?
Technically, I'm a prisoner, just like you.
I brought you here to tell your story to the Divine. Clearly, that is no longer necessary.
Yet, here I am. Lucky for you, considering current events.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
That's a nice crossbow you have there.
Yeah, it looks unique.
Isn't she? Bianca and I have been through a lot together.
You named your crossbow Bianca.
Of course. and she'll be great company in the
Oh,
valley.
he loves his
Absolutely not.
crossbow too much.
Your help is appreciated, Varric, but
Have you been in the valley lately, Seeker? Your soldiers aren't in control anymore. You need...
Yeah, the more the merrier.
My name is Solus, if there are to be introductions.
I don't care. No, I'm just
Pleased to see you
kidding.
still live.
He means I kept that mark from killing you. while
Okay,
you
so he
slept.
helped. But how did you know about the mark?
You seem to know a great deal about it all.
Solus is an apostate, well versed in such matters.
Technically, all mages are now apostates, Cassandra. My travels have allowed me to learn much of the Fade, far beyond the experience of any Circle mage. I came to offer whatever help I can give with the breach. If it is not closed, we are all doomed regardless of origin.
Okay,
That's a commendable attitude.
thanks for offering
Merely
your
a
help.
sensible one. Although sense appears to be in short supply right now. Cassandra, you should know, the magic involved here is unlike any I've seen. Your prisoner is no mage. Indeed, I find it difficult to imagine any mage having such power.
Understood. We must get to the forward camp quickly.
Well... Bianca's excited.
Yeah, I love Varric.
This way,
He's my
down the
bro.
bank. The road ahead is blocked.
He's my
We must move quickly.
brother. He's such a fun guy, and oops, some loot. Okay. Sometimes, if you see me just standing there, not doing anything, it's not because I'm. It's not because I lost consciousness or whatever. It's just because sometimes the right mouse button isn't working. Like I try to click it and then try to loot something, but then like the character isn't moving at all. Sometimes that happens. Don't worry.
Demons ahead!
Glad you brought me now, Seeker?
Yeah, Varric is also a character from the second game, Dragon Age 2. Okay, let's try the tactical camera mode. Okay. Okay, we can cycle through targets. We can double click a party member's portrait. Okay. Okay, let's see. Can attack that. We can make Varric use the long shot or something. And you can attack. You can make Solus attack the closer one. Okay. So the screen kind of makes it, kind of changes into like a top-down view while we're doing the tactical one. Tactical, stream type of thing. Oh, that looks cool. The mages look very cool, it's just that they die easily. Okay, I think we've managed to dispose of every demon. Okay, I think we should try to explore a little. I don't really know which way to go because there's this path up here, but then there's also a path further
So,
down
are
the
you
lake.
innocent?
I don't remember what happened.
That'll get you every time. Should have spun a story.
That's what you would have done.
It's more believable and less prone to result in premature execution.
Okay, let's go down this way first. It's a dead end. That was easy. And then how about that house over there? Okay, so the setting of this game is it's like there is this war between mages and the Templars because of something that happened in Dragon Age 2. The mages in this world, because they are deemed dangerous, they are kept, or they were, before the war, they were kept in kind of like a semi-educational, kind of like academic institution called the Circle. But they are also run by the Chantry, if I'm not mistaken, which is like this universe's equivalent of the church, like, you know, like the Roman Catholic Church, for example. So the mages, unfortunately, in this world, some of them are, or at least were, abused in the circles by the Templars, who are these kind of like holy knights, trained and under management by the church, who their responsibilities to keep the mages safe, give them a safe place to live and to study their magic, but in such a way that they wouldn't hurt anyone outside the circles.
She's resourceful, Seeker.
But
We will see for ourselves at the forward camp. We're almost
we
there.
know from real life that if you are stuck inside like some sort of institution, and sometimes there would be, you know, unfortunate like stories of abuse by the people that are supposed to keep you safe, which in this case were the Templars. And so something happened in Dragon Age 2 that caused the mages to rebel against the Templars and to leave their circles. Yeah, I just changed the gamma there because the game is a bit too dark for me.
Another rift!
Like the graphics are a bit too dark.
Quickly! They keep coming! Help us!
And so the Conclave was organized by the Divine, which is this universe's version of the Pope, so that there would be peace between the mages and the Templars. Unfortunately, an explosion happened, so that is how the story began, or the game began.
The rift!
Oops. Okay, I just wanted to take a look at my abilities here, level them up. I'm not very good at this. Usually when it comes to games, I try to look up what the best builds are for certain, you know, job classes, or yeah, like character classes. Just because I'm not really good at trying to figure out which one is, which specific build is good for my character, but I try to see what is what I think will match my gameplay. Okay, we'll skip this part because I'm just, you know, trying to figure out like which kills to get. Okay, I think that actually didn't take that long. Thank you.
We're clear for the moment. Well done.
Whatever that thing on your hand is, it's useful.
Yeah, I'm glad I can be useful. I can help. Yay. Okay, so we have these NPCs here. Oh! So this is their forward camp. Okay, we can resupply here. Okay, no fight. No fighting, please.
You, Cassandra, the most holy?
Calm down. calm down,
You
Grandpa.
are not in command here.
Enough! I will not have it!
Okay, so who we have here is Liliana.
Ah! Here they come.
You made it. Chancellor Roderick, this is...
I know who she is. As Grand Chancellor of the Chantry, I hereby order you to take this criminal to Val Royeaux to face execution.
No.
Order me? You are a glorified clerk, a bureaucrat.
Yeah.
And you are a thug, but a thug who supposedly serves the Chantry.
You can't say
serve
that
the
to
most
her.
holy
She's not a
Chancellor.
thug.
As you well know.
Justinia is dead. We must elect a replacement and obey her orders on the matter.
Okay, typical. Grandpa, please,
Isn't
please.
closing the breach the more pressing issue?
Stop being so
You
grumpy.
brought this on us in the first place. Call a retreat, Seeker. Our position here is hopeless.
We can stop this before it's too late.
How? You won't survive long enough to reach the temple, even with all your soldiers.
We must get to the temple. It's the quickest route.
But not the safest. Our forces can charge as a distraction while we go through the mountains.
Okay, we'll do that.
We lost contact with an entire squad on that path. It's too risky.
It's okay.
Listen to me. Abandon this now, before more lives are lost.
Yeah, but who's going to fix that? We have to fix it. Bob the Builder. Can you fix it? Yes, we can.
How do you think we should proceed?
Why are you asking for my opinion?
Now you're asking me what I think.
You have the mark.
And you are the one we must keep alive. Since we cannot agree on our own,
Okay, this is a difficult decision. This is a careful, sustained assault. This is fast but indirect. Okay, so this will make it... this is so difficult. Because for this one, scouts in the past may be lost. This one, there may be casualties. So for both choices, we have to sacrifice some of our men, sadly, but I think we might just take the mountain path because it's a more careful approach.
Use the mountain path.
Okay, she didn't
Work
like that.
together. You all know what's at stake.
Liliana, bring everyone left in the valley. Everyone.
On your head be the consequences, Seeker.
Okay, so my mindset, my reason why I chose the mountain path is that because they said they lost some scouts there, and I just thought that maybe we could, you know, try to help them, try to find them. Because I thought that if we just charged with all of our soldiers, there might be more casualties that way, because we're just gonna charge like blindly instead of trying to find a more discreet and sneaky way to get to the temple. Okay, let's climbing the ladder. Okay, the person that we saw there.
The tunnel should be just ahead. The path to the temple lies just beyond.
Okay, okay.
What manner of tunnel is this? A mine?
Part of an old mining complex. These mountains are full of such paths.
All right.
And your missing soldiers are in there somewhere?
Along with whatever has detained them.
We shall see soon enough.
Yeah, let's try to rescue the missing soldiers. That's my reasoning as to why I chose this the specific path. Okay, we have some enemies here. So that person who was arguing with the grandpa, that was Liliana, who is a character from the first Dragon Age game. And she is a companion. Well, for that first game, she was a companion, but for this game. She's just an advisor. Okay, this path looks like it used to be more than a mine, because I believe that this used to be there is this thing, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not really wait, I think that was in Dragon Age, the first Dragon Age game, where there was this cult worshipping a dragon, and I think their headquarters was here in this very mountain. This is why we are finding kind of like lodgings and rooms here, because this looks to be like, this looks like it was more than a mine, because you know, if you've played Fallout 76 you would know what a mine looks like. I've never been to a mine in real life, but I've played enough Fallout 76 to know what a mine looks like. Yeah, this looks too, I'd say, grand and cozy to be a mine. Because it used to be, if I'm not mistaken, the headquarters of a dragon worshipping cult. I think that was in Dragon Age Origins. Okay, that confuses me a lot because it's Ragnarok Origin, right? Instead of Origins. And then the first Dragon Age game was Dragon Age Origins. So sometimes I get confused. But look at this place. It looks fancy. Too fancy to be a mine. Mine is a place where, you know, there are... It's dangerous. Lots of hard-working people. This looks more like a cozy
Our priority
castle.
must be the breach. Unless we seal it soon, no one is safe.
I'm leaving that to the lady with the glowing hand.
That is... moi. That's us. I can't believe that this game is just so beautiful. Oh. Okay, someone's in trouble there. A couple of people trying to dispatch. Trying to kill some dragons. Unalive some dragons. Not dragons, demons rather.
Lady Cassandra!
Oh!
Lieutenant, you're alive.
Yeah, it's the missing scouts. Yes, finally. I knew it. I knew that we would be able to find some missing soldiers if we took this path. It's a safer path too. Doesn't seem like we've lost anyone. Instead of just like taking all of the soldiers with us and going for the more direct route. Okay, we've closed that.
Sealed, as before. You are becoming quite proficient at this.
Let's hope it works on the big one.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Thank the Maker you finally arrived, Lady Cassandra. I don't think we could have held out much longer.
Thank our prisoner, Lieutenant. She insisted we come this way.
The prisoner?
No need for... No, it's okay. It was worth the risk.
It was worth saving you, if we could.
No need
Then
to
you
thank
have my
me.
sincere gratitude.
I'm just doing my
The
job.
way into the valley behind us is clear for the moment. Go, while you still can.
At once. Quickly, let's move!
Let's go. Go, go, go!
The path ahead appears to be clear of demons as well.
Let's hurry before that changes. Down the ladder. That's the way to the temple.
Okay, calm down. Let's take a breather. Take a moment to just walk around and see if there's any loot. Maybe there's some lore lying around, readables. Ooh, that is scary. That green thing, it looks like it's kind of sick. I mean, green is a color that is usually signifies that is usually used to signify like sickness, or yeah, it's not a very it's not pink.
So, holes in the fate
It's
don't
not
just
blue.
accidentally happen, right?
If enough magic is brought to bear, it is possible.
But there are easier ways to make things explode.
That is true.
We will consider how this happened once the immediate danger is past.
Yeah, Varric thinks it's sus. He's getting suspicious. My brother is he's using his brain. He's being smart about it. He's analyzing it. He's not just a
Temple of Sacred
warrior or something.
What's left of it?
That is where you walked out of the Fade, and our soldiers found you. They say a woman was in the rift behind you. No one knows who she was.
It's Freya. It was Freya. I'm just kidding. Okay, so this entire thing used to be the temple where the conclave was to be held. Unfortunately, an explosion happened, and as you can see, we have burnt bodies here, sadly. So we have to get to the source and stop this from getting bigger, hurting more people. Yeah, this green is a very sickly color, but it still looks magical.
Reach is a long way up.
You're here. Thank the Maker.
Yay!
Liliana, have your men take up positions around the temple.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your chance to end this. Are you ready?
I'll try. Let's be
I'll
humble.
try, but I don't know if I can reach that, much less close
It's a
it.
long way
No.
to the top.
This rift was the first, and it is the
How
key.
did you know?
Seal it? Perhaps we seal the breach.
Then let's find a way down. And be careful.
I'm being such a.
Now is
Oh,
the
oh,
hour
oh,
of
oh.
our victory.
That is a
Bring
scary
forth the
voice.
sacrifice.
What are we hearing?
At a guess, the person who created the breach.
That is a very deep voice. He must be evil. Okay. Why are there red lyrium here?
You know this stuff is red lyrium.
Yeah, I knew he would
I
say
see
something
it,
about
Varric.
it.
But what's it doing here?
Magic could have drawn on lyrium beneath the temple, corrupted it.
It's evil. Whatever you do, don't touch
If
it.
you played Dragon Age 2, you would know
sacrifice
how
is
bad red lyrium is.
Someone help me! That is Divine Justinia's voice.
Okay, we are ready for battle. Let's engage.
What's going on here?
Okay, that's us.
That was your voice. Most Holy called out to you, but
What's going on here?
Run while you can! Warn them!
We have an intruder.
Okay, evil being?
Kill her. Now.
You were there! Who attacked? And the Divine, is she... Was this vision true? What are we seeing?
I don't remember.
Okay, it seems like
Echoes of what happened here. The Fade bleeds.
we saw
This
a
rift
memory.
is not sealed, but it is closed, albeit temporarily. I believe that with the mark, the rift can be opened, and then sealed properly and safely.
Okay.
However, opening the rift will likely attract attention from the other side.
That means demons! Stand ready!
Okay, we're prepared. Let's deal with this. Fire! Okay, so we have to interact with it first. And then he's gonna fire. Oh, big one! Our first boss fight.
Now!
Fire! Ah, it's huge! Try demon. Oh, okay, I don't like that laughter. That's evil.
We must strip its defenses! Wear it down!
Okay, how do we do that? I think it took me a long time to figure out what to do here. I was just like hitting it, hit. But what you actually have to do is, yeah, there, you need to disrupt the rift, as she said, before we can damage
The
him.
demon is vulnerable! Now!
Because he had some sort of an invulnerability shield. Okay, hit. I like how magic is colorful in this game. Like, he's casting this like purple lightning. Okay, let's heal our friends. Oops, wrong skill.
More coming through the rift!
You'll see me do that a lot in this playthrough. I just like choose the wrong skill. But I'll get better. I'll definitely get better. I just need some time to acclimate. Okay, we have to disrupt the rift again, but as you can see, I didn't know what to do again. Okay, there, I think I kind of realized it. Okay, here we go, we can hit him again. It looks like we're halfway there. There aren't that many boss fights in this game. The dragons are the hardest, they're like the most challenging bosses in the game. I think the dragons are even more difficult than I'd say like the final battle. They're mostly for challenge, although I think there's one dragon that you have to defeat for a quest. One or two dragons. But most of them are just a challenge if you want to see if you can defeat them for the loot or just if you feel like you're up for a challenge. But I'm not always up for a challenge. But in this playthrough we are going to try to defeat all the dragons. Yesterday, Rose was asking me, was like, this game's called Dragon Age, but the focus is not on the dragons, which is funny. But it's just because like it's called Dragon Age because of the century or the age that we're in. That this game, when this game is set, is called the Dragon Age because usually what happens is that some sort of change that happens in the world. Let's say the appearance of the dragons, when the dragons resurface, that's what they're going to use as the name for the era, basically. And because they saw dragons resurfacing, so that's why this is called Dragon Age. But yeah, like there isn't that much focus on dragons in this game, and like let's say Skyrim.
Seal the rift.
Okay, you did it.
Do it.
Do it. Just do it. Okay, so people from the village saw that. We've managed to close it. Yes, achievement. I like that sound. I like the sound of Steam achievements. Ooh, we're sick. Okay, we lost consciousness when the breach closed. Oh.
I didn't know you were awake. I swear.
It's okay. Don't be scared.
Don't worry about it. I only...
No, don't.
I beg your forgiveness.
No, it's okay.
And your blessing. I am but a humble servant.
No, don't worry.
You are back in Haven, my lady. They say you saved us. The breach stopped growing, just like the mark on your hand.
Please stand up, please.
It's all anyone has talked about for the last 3 days.
Okay, we're probably safer now.
Then the danger is over. The breach is still in the sky, but that's what they say. I'm certain Lady Cassandra would want to know you've wakened. She said, at once.
And where is she?
In the Chantry, with the Lord Chancellor. At once, she said.
Okay, but please don't be scared. I'm not gonna harm you. Okay, let's take a look at this. Ooh, wow. Hi there, birdie. Okay, patient observations. Vain hope someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. Okay, pupils dilated. Okay, our mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Okay, those are the notes of the person who took care of us while we were sick, or rather while we were out of it. Oh, yeah. Okay, is this the loot that she dropped? Okay, just some elf fruit, which is kind of like a healing herb. Wow. Okay. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to do this. You don't have to stand like that. Just go about your lives. Okay, this hut is empty. Let's try to see what else is here. Maybe that hut over there, if we can get there. Okay, you don't have to do this.
That's her. That's the Herald of Andraste. They said when she came out of the Fade, Andraste herself was watching over her.
Okay.
Hush. We shouldn't disturb her.
So now I think we're being honored.
Why did Lady Cassandra have her in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
It's complicated. We were all frightened after the explosion at the Conclave.
It isn't complicated. Andraste herself blessed her.
Okay, you don't know that.
Blessings upon you, Herald of Andraste.
Thank you, I guess. This is all very awkward. Yeah, I just try to help, but they think I'm blessed. I'm the chosen one.
May God be with you.
There is a debate among gamers, like when it comes to game plots.
I believe Seeker Cassandra would like to speak.
Okay, we'll go meet her later. Cause there are games where from the very beginning you know that you're the chosen one, like for example Skyrim. Okay, this is a song that we've collected. Andrastis Mabari. Mabari is a dog. You know Andrastis Mabari, okay. And there's Andrastis Mabari by the Holy Prophet's side in the fight against Tevinter. That dog would never hide. That dog who guards Andraste without arrogance or fear, only asking of his mistress just a scratch behind the ears. It rhymes. It's a song. Okay, it's a song. Oh, they thought the wounds had killed him, but then he limped out towards the fire. And Hysarion, he shed a tear as the dog laid on the pyre. And there's Andrastis Mabari by the Holy Prophet's side. I guess. I don't know. Just trying to sing.
She stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Okay, but you don't have to kneel.
Entirely. Still, it's more than anyone else has done. Demons would have had us otherwise.
It feels a bit too formal. Okay, so we are blocked from entering that place for now. Have you ever heard a story of King Bedwyr, like most kings, was a man of great pride who expected nothing but complete loyalty from his subjects. He believed that the best way to achieve this was through fear. After all those who feared him would never cross him or question his rule. Most importantly, Bedwyr cultivated terror in his subordinates through the gleeful and unrestrained use of a contraption referred to as the Maiden. Okay, that's so medieval. Okay. Political rivals, suspected assassins, treasonous ministers, the Maiden consumed them all, but as time passed, more people were given to the Maiden for increasingly trivial matters. Then one day a strange woman rode into the city. She called herself Ember and was an emissary from a far-off land. They died and danced, and through it all, Ember flattered and fawned on the king. At the end of the night, Ember asked to see the Maiden. Ember looked at the Maiden, sighed with disappointment, and said, "That does not look terrifying at all. I should have imagined its spikes to be much sharper." Bedwyr grew red at her comment and replied, "The spikes are sharp enough, but it is too small," said Ember. Okay, Ember shook her head and said to the king, "I do not believe it. Surely no warrior could fear this thing." King laughed. "I will show you how easily a man like myself could fit." Okay, this is manipulation. Ember took the Maiden with the screaming Bedwyr inside through the castle and down into the city, and the people, finally free of from the king's tyranny, cheered. Okay, that's a nice story, I think. Of some random maiden, some random woman manipulating the king into his own death. Yeah, we will be trying to read all the readables, although we might just kind of like try to skim through them.
Got a problem with it? Bring it up with Cassandra.
So that it doesn't consume much of our time.
Still a lot of rifts left all over. Little cracks in the sky.
She can seal those though. The Herald of Andraste.
Someone better. You won't seal those rifts with the chant of light.
Let's read this one. Patient observations, less thrashing, some responsive stimulus. Will inform Lady Cassandra expect her to wake before the morn. Okay. Yeah, I think these are the observations of the person who took care of us probably like when we lost consciousness.
Chancellor Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
Make her watch over you.
Okay, so what I did was I just made a save and then took a break for a moment. But here we are, back in the game, enjoying the beauty of this place. I think this building right here is the Chantry, which is the church in this particular village called Haven. Okay. Some crafting materials here. Okay, readable. The Fade. The study of the Fade is the soul of humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human... Okay, that's not good. In an effort to map the terrain of the Fade, an ultimately futile endeavor. All the portions of it belong to powerful spirits. All of the Fade is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a... Okay. The relationship of dreamers to the Fade is complex. Even when entering the Fade through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors. The spirits do this, building elaborate copies of our cities, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build their realms with no other ambition than to taste life. So this Fade is like a dream world. Chant for the departed. Okay, so this is a prayer for people who have lost loved ones. What is this room here? And the Fade is like this kind of like dream world where spirits live, and it's separated from our world or this universe's real world, waking world. By this thing called the Veil. Okay, founding of the Chantry. Cordelius Draken, king of the city-state of Orlais, was the man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient, the young king began construction of the Great Temple. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There in its heart, Draken knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Orlais. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olessa of Montsemort was elected to lead the new Chantry, so she became the first divine. She took the name Justinia in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's songs. So that is different from the current divine Justinia. Chantry hierarchy, okay. Divine is a titular head. Okay, a woman house in Grand Cathedral and Val Royeaux. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other because there is a male divine in the Tevinter Imperium in Minrathous. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries or churches. Okay, beneath the Grand Cleric is the mother or father if it's in Tevinter. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to her title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of 3 main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren, or basically like the regular people involved in the church, those regular folk who have turned to chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult or irreligious life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. They train and academic knowledge or martial skills of a warrior. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry, those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They're often found in chantry archives, sages presiding over libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of the clerics are called Elder Cleric, like in the Fallout TV show. Okay. All the brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. Okay. Yeah, that the title Elder Cleric just reminded me of the Brotherhood of Steel in the Fallout TV show. Okay, this is from a guide for ambassadors from Rivain. Okay. Okay, what else is in here? Okay, so we have a jail cell. I think this is the dungeon where we were held earlier. Okay, we can light that torch. And sadly, we can't open any of the cells because we don't have that skill. That is usually, I think it's a rogue skill that allows us to open locked doors. But we have a very big dungeon here. No prisoners, because we've been freed. I think we were the only prisoner. Calm down.
She should be taken to Val Royo immediately, to be tried by whomever becomes Stefan.
I do not believe.
Yeah, I'm glad we have people on our side.
Fail, Seeker. The breach is still in the sky. For all you know, she intended.
No, I didn't.
I do not believe that.
That is not for you to decide. Your duty is to serve the Chantry.
My duty is to serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm nodding. Like, please. Like, I don't even have a motive. Like, please. Like, think about it. Like, why would I do? What would I? How would I benefit?
I believe Seeker Pentagast was looking
It's
for
not
you.
like we were against Mage and Templar peace. Children of Andraste, there are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, Monsieur. Monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable considering we all know Andraste and the Betrayer, Maferath, if I'm not mistaken, is his name, raised 5 children. The other 3 were sons. The rule of what was once southern to Winter was split among them. Isarath was given the west, what is today Orlais. Evryon was in the east, which is today the Free Marches. Varol was given the central Planocene, I think. Okay, people choose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from an Alamari tribesman. The Alamari tribesmen, and that they were Berber. Okay, that's a bad thing to say. Not the Feraldans we know today. Okay, so maybe they're just uncivilized. They were uncivilized. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the Betrayer, Ebris and Vivial. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry. They both had consorts. Ebris had but one child, Ali Vemar, who perished on a voyage to Denerim. That's sad. Less than a month after her mother fell to the plague. Okay, so both mother and child died, and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Vivial, was more controversial. Strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with a mage of Tevinter. What became of Vivial and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names. Okay, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus the claims of your young man, Monsieur, are highly suspect. Okay, so it seems that there is some random guy claiming to be a direct descendant of Andraste, but it's impossible because her last living descendant could only produce daughters for some reason. I don't know if that's genetically possible in real life, but in this universe it seems that one way to tell if someone is a direct descendant of Andraste is to be female. Like, that's like one requirement, is that you have to be female. And if you're a male, automatically you're lying. I guess. Okay. We are going to explore this last door here. It's just a bedroom. I don't know who lives here. Why it seems that there are 3 beds. I thought that was like a twin bed. Okay, so this is a prayer. This is all about the Maker, who is the God in this universe. The voice of the Maker shook the Fade, saying, "In my image I have wrought, my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done." Okay, so this is like a creation story. For earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light, opposites. No longer was it formless, ever changing, but held fast, immutable. Then the Maker said, "To you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn. In your heart shall burn." That's scary. "An unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the fate I crafted you, into the fate you shall return. Each night in dreams, that you may always remember me." So it seems that in this universe, creatures, people, were created by the Maker in the Fade.
Jane Her, I want her prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Disregard that
chill.
and leave us.
If you know that video.
You walk a
Daddy,
dangerous
chill.
line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
I tried to help.
I did everything I could to close the breach. It almost killed me.
Yet you live. A convenient result insofar as you're concerned.
Have a
It's just
care,
so funny, just
Chancellor.
because we survived,
breach is
we're
not the
the
only threat we
only
face.
person responsible
Someone
for this.
was
We're the
behind
person
the explosion
responsible.
at the Conclave. Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
Turning the tables
You.
on him.
And many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to her for help.
So her survival, that thing on her hand, all a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Providence. The Maker sent her to us in our darkest
Okay, we
hour.
can choose whether or not to acknowledge that we are the chosen one. Blessed be the Maker. I can just say that I'm not the chosen one. I don't really want that title.
You can't honestly believe I'm
Okay,
any
she
kind
didn't
of
like
chosen
that.
one.
We are all subject to the will of the Maker, whether we wish it or not. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Here's the book.
You know what this is, Chancellor.
Read.
A writ from the Divine, granting us the
It's like
authority to
educate
act.
yourself.
As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn. We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your
Yes.
approval.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old. Find those who will stand
Okay, so
against
this is
the chaos.
this was what
We
the
aren't
Divine
ready.
wanted before she
We have
perished.
no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
Okay, let's ask some questions. What do you mean Inquisition of old?
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have
I
lost their way.
see.
We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry? Okay. Yeah, that one.
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new Divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
That's sad.
You're trying to start a holy war.
We are already at war. You are already involved. Its mark
That's a
is
bit
upon
passive
you.
aggressive.
As to whether the war is holy, that depends
Don't
on what we
worry, I'll
discover.
help.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen,
Okay, that
many
is
still
very
think you
passive
guilty.
aggressive.
The Inquisition can only
But
protect
but
you
it's
if you
true,
are
but
with
true.
us.
We can also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay, but you cannot pretend this
Of
has
course,
not
I
changed
want to
you.
help.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
Let's shake hands. Let's shake on it. Okay, a dark loading screen. The dark screen of load. Okay, they're mulling over it. Okay, she's sending messages through her birdies, her burbs. Is that was that that place? I can't remember what it's called. The one from Dragon Age Origins. See, got that mixed up again. Or am I saying it? Oh, am I saying it wrong? Is it really Origin? I can't remember. We'll figure it out. I'll remember it one day. I can look it up later. Okay, we have our soldiers, our scouts. We are prepared. We are the Inquisition. Yes! We're finally done with the prologue. So that was the tutorial or prologue part of the game, and we will definitely be continuing the next time I do a voiceover. I hope that you are gonna stick around to see what choices we will be making in this playthrough. Although I have not played the first two games, I've watched playthroughs of both the first Dragon Age and the second Dragon Age game, so I sometimes will share some bits and pieces of lore information from the first two games. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.